No more holding back!
You have been slain.
As you just saw, an inexperienced Udyr can be beaten by even the weakest e-girl. Don't let this happen to you. Lose that Muramana and stack yourself a real weapon. And with that, welcome to episode 12 of 101 Udyr builds. Now for the first time with the new and improved Udyr. Today's build is called MMA Udyr, which of course stands for Mana Martial Arts. And as you might be able to guess, it's all about Muramana and its wacky interactions with the deer. So without further ado, let's get into the items. Muramana's passive grants our basic attacks an on-hit bonus equal to 1.5% of our maximum mana. Abilities get a greater bonus of 3.5% of our mana plus 6% bonus AD, which is a massive difference. Udyr uses a lot of auto attacks, which makes this item pretty good on him. Great, right? But wait, it gets better. Abilities that trigger on-hit effects and spell effects will apply Muramana as an ability, which means we get the stronger bonus of 3.5% plus 6% AD ratio. Great, right? But wait, there's more. Udyr's 2 empowered on-hit attacks count as separate ability casts, which means he can spam the effect of Muramana, ignoring the 6.5 second cooldown. Let's not get carried away though. Because we have to stack the Tear of the Goddess, we can't rush Muramana. So in the meantime, we build our mythic item first. I like to pick up Divine Sundera, because it gives us the sustain we need to stay in the fight if we want to. Additionally, its mythic passive grants armor and magic penetration, which we can both use. The armor pen will buff our Muramana and bear stance on-hit damage, while the magic pen will boost our awakened lightning dart. After finishing our mythic item, build out the tier that we've been stacking up to Muramana. It should upgrade to Muramana shortly after. We finish up the build with Frozen Heart because its extra mana gives our Muramana a nice damage boost. And after all, we can't call ourselves a mana martial artist without it. On top of that, Frozen Heart's passive scales with health, which we just so happen to have with our mythic item. For our primary rune page, we take Press the Attack, Presence of Mind, Tenacity and Last Stand. Press the Attack will always boost the damage of our Awakened Bear Stance after hitting an enemy with our EQ combo. Aside from that, it will also buff the damage of our Muramana and consecutive auto attacks, so it's good for short and long trades alike. You can also use Lethal Tempo as the keystone rune, because its attack speed will help us to apply Muramana's on-hit more often. Presence of Mind combined with Tear of the Goddess helps us with mana sustain in lane phase. Triumph isn't really necessary, since we will mostly be fighting 1v1s. Tenacity is a solid and safe rune for some baseline CC immunity, but if the enemy doesn't have a lot of crowd control, you can go Alacrity too. Finally, Last Stand to boost our damage when low on health. Udyr being able to sustain himself with Mantle Stance can make great use of this rune. The secondary rune page consists of Second Wind and Shield Bash. Second Wind sustain enables us to stay in lane for longer to keep stacking our tier. Shield Bash helps us with trading, which we need to do every now and then for tier and Presence of Mind. You may exchange one of these two runes for Demolish. The key to playing MMA Udyr is humble beginnings, big scaling. Since we buy Tear of the Goddess after our first bag, we don't have as much damage as we usually would. Not to worry though, because the extra mana is put to good use with Mantle Stand Sustain and many short trades instead of all-ins. Once we have Sheen, we can play a bit more aggressive. When going for a trade, try to stick to the basic E into Q combo to reliably proc press the attack. But don't force yourself to make a kill happen. As long as we play the lane even, we win in the long run. And after years of meditation and training under the guidance of the Mana Clan Dojo, our time has come. When our item transforms from Manamune to Muramana, boys become men, and men become gods. This is where we rise. Like I said earlier, Udyr's empowered basic attacks count as separate ability casts, which allows him to spam Muramana's bonus damage without cooldown. Combine this with our mythic item's Sheen proc, our Bear Stance is on-hit damage, and the lightning strike of concentrated mana that crashes down on our enemies, and none may stand before us. The Mana Dojo has no equal. At this point of the game, we are really strong in 1v1 situations, which makes us a great split pusher. Any duelists that might still be able to rival us get countered by Frozen Heart's attack speed reduction. This phenomenon is commonly referred to as mana supremacy. And with the knowledge you have acquired today, you too shall reign supreme. Son, make our dojo proud.